Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to Let's Build a Residential Home. Last time, what we did was just put in a little bit more details by adding in some more flowers and just getting the landscaping looking a little bit better and concentrating on the front facade of the house itself. Today, we're getting into more landscaping and concentrating on the gardens. So that's what we are going to be doing today. I've also made a few changes since last time. Not changes, but just additions, shall we say. Just tarted things up a bit. So let's get relaxed, get yourself a cup of tea, and I'm going to point you through everything and make a start on more landscaping. And so here we are, my loves. So since last time, I've added in a few rose bushes around on these areas. I've also done all of the terrain painting on these front bits as well, minus a few things I still need to finish, but we'll get into this area today, so we'll do that then. And what else did I do? I wrapped another flower box moment around this area here, just added some more flowers and put in some more window boxes up on the windows there. What else did we do? I made this patio area a bit bigger here. Don't know what we're going to be doing down here just yet. No idea. I have missed some in there. Look, how dare I? But I've also put some wallpapers and windows on the kind of elder recreation center that we're going to be doing here. The one with the little mini gym and the swimming pool. So I just wanted to have a feel for things because I knew I wanted this to be a modern addition to this lot. But I still wanted it to kind of settle in quite nicely. And I think that it does. It stands out still looks new, but I think it's settled in quite nicely there. Today, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be wrapping ourselves around here. We're going to be doing this lovely little nature walk area with a nice little organic path going through with like maybe a water feature in it, more benches. That's what I'd like to do. Just so somewhere that I can have a stroll, get out, smell some flowers and touch them and stuff, you know, very sensory kind of thing. That's what I'd like to do. We're also going to be doing the greenhouse area and the actual growing garden itself. Again, it's another activity for them to really enjoy. I think that would be nice. And we'll get onto this little area here, which I think could make a nice area for them to come out and have outdoor dining within nature, like picnic benches kind of thing, you know? That's what I would like to do. So yeah, that is what we're going to be cracking on with. And if we've got time, we'll come down to this area as well. But I think that's probably going to be next time. But we're going to get that nice big L shape all done here today. So that is what we're going to be cracking on with. Now, first things first, I did have a thought. I think what I want to do is bring some stepping stones down to this area. Are they the right ones to use? The grey ones? Yeah, but what do these look like? Oh, no, that's definitely a better tone, isn't it? Okay, what I wanted to do. So I'm going to add a stepping stone there, one there, and one there. And then I'm just going to do a big row of them. I should start turning them on the way, actually, just so the texture doesn't repeat too much. Down, we'll go up, to the side, to that side, down, up. I feel like I'm doing like a Street Fighter fight combo thing. And to the side, there we go. I'm showing my age now. Up, side, and that side. Just a row of that, because I thought, why not add in some more benches around here? Can I yeah, I can go there. Let me just see if that's going to leave enough room there. I mean, it kind of does. I think we can get away with that. If I can pop them all in there. Yeah, it almost makes me want to start it just a little bit further forward. Just again, wheelchair users, we're going down that route and really trying to make ourselves think about accessibility and stuff. I think it's important. Not for this game, obviously, because we can't have that thing in option in game, which is very annoying, isn't it? But yeah, I think that would work. We are, however, going to need more outdoor lighting now, really. So I think what I'm going to do is just add one there, one to that side as well, in the middle there, and there. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. I do. Let's go ahead and just tart these up a little bit. That's a little bit too much, that. There we go. That's better. Just so it does look like it's been trailed through here. Just in the middle's fine, because then it looks like there's kind of a direction of path then, doesn't it? Yes, lovely. And then I'm going to do under the benches too. Just a little bit more. Just again, to give that extra detail. And it works. Yeah, that's cute. It's just something for... It's just somewhere else for them to sit. Lots of places to sit and stuff here. And that's kind of what I wanted, to be honest. I've just noticed something. I am just going to fill that in. Kind of makes sense to do that. Yes, lovely. Let's make a start on this kind of nature area over here. I am just going to edit this terrain paint because it all looks a bit too much. It needs to be a little bit more organically shaped and nearer the hedge itself. So I'm going to wrap this all the way down to the bottom here. Lovely job. And you, my love? Beautiful. Yes, something like that. And then what we're going to do is, I think we should go for this gravel. Let me just see that lighter one. Is that too light? I mean, it's not too bad. But for like an organically shaped path, I think having gravel would be our best bet. And I am going to go as wide as that. So I think the best point to start from is this ramp here. So I'm going to start here. Let's just get that in. I'm going to go to there. I do need to see the end though. Okay. I'm going to wrap you around there. Bump you in there. Carry on a little bit further. Bump you up. Let me see this. Yes. And then start turning here. And bring that down to there. And I'm just going to go around and perfect that a little bit. Maybe widen it just slightly. Just so multiple people could use it at once, you know? And I'm just going to fill this area with like flowers, wild flowers. But I'm going to put them in kind of formation. I think that's what I want to do. Just so you get different hits of colours and stuff. Sensory things, you know? Sensory nature things is important. It really is. I'm itching to get back out for another hike. I really am. So I think I'm going to go this weekend because my cold's gone now. My immune system was like, absolutely no. It didn't get any worse than a bit of a sniffle, to be honest. So touch wood, it's gone. Right, that is too skinny there. So can I... Right, that was shit. What was I doing? Right, you all the way around. We need it smooth and together. That does look very shit. Okay, that's a bit of an improvement with the pathway. I think that's going to work. So my thoughts were, can we do this? I've no idea. Can we use those rock detail, these ones? How big are you again? Oh yeah, you're kind of perfect. Not in that colour though. Kind of needs to match in with the path texture really. Okay, and didn't we have a smaller one? Am I going mad? No, there is a smaller one. Oh, is this? Oh, there we go. Lovely. Oh, yes. Okay. Right. I don't know what I'm doing with this. No idea. I think just having this kind of... I can't spin this around for some reason. I think this needs to click to something. And just do a small little pond around it. Tiny. Tiny pond fountain. We'll use a fountain rather than the pond tool. I don't know how this is going to work. It might look absolutely stupid. I think I might have to go underneath of it like that. Then bring that down to there. Yeah, you can go there. It doesn't need to be massive. Let me see this. I think we could maybe make this work. Oh, this goes on the edge now. Okay. Oh, did I just draw a pool? I don't want to hear it. Now, do these click to fountains? Oh, they do. Okay. Lovely. Well, that's what I want. If I can go to you to there, then you to there, you to there, and then bring you in. And I am going to put like lots of like lovely bushes and stuff around that, I think. Oh, I'm for that, I think. I don't think any of the fountain trims are going to look good. Oh, that's not too bad. Kind of like stops the water from going in though, doesn't it? Especially on the big one. The big one doesn't give enough of an edge. Maybe I won't do a trim. Maybe we'll do something else around it. Maybe even more rocks. Oh, God, going back to what? 2016? Putting rocks around pools. That's what we're going to do. Let's fill this with rocks in here then. Yeah, something like that. We'll put the dirt, as always, on the outside there. And then we'll do... Not you. Yeah, we'll do that one. Can I turn you around the other way? Oh, beautiful. Well, I mean, we're not going to see that anyway, because I'm going to be putting, I think, our usual suspect for ponds and fountains. Okay. Well, let me just get this laden with rocks. It's going to be boring for you to watch. And I'll pull out some landscaping pieces for around it. I tried the rocks and I just didn't like it. It just looked too 2016. So this is what I've went and gone and done instead. I've filled up a few of the gaps with some rocks, just so it covers quite a bit of the little green bits that poke through. Let me just try and cover that bit because it's annoying me. Can I plop you around there like that? That'll do. Yeah, that's beautiful. And then what I did was use the black iron fence that we've kind of used everywhere to stop them from toppling in. I mean, they could topple in, but they'll also get stabbed by the fence, so I'm sure that they'll avoid it. And then I used that kind of trim just to frame the front of it. And I think it looks cute. And then I thought, let's bring in this object. I've lifted it up slightly with the 9 key. And we can pretend there's like a little water dancer, you know, by the waterfall. And maybe just put in a few little reeds here and there that I have sized down quite a bit. I just think it would work. Let me see that. Oh, yes. That's the ticket. That is the bastard ticket, loves. Right, if I can get you into there like that. Ah! Oh, that's very nice. I do enjoy it. It's kind of making me want to bring the pathway right up to the edge of it, though. Because I could do a little semicircle of benches here. I think we can get away with that. Let's try. Let's make this like a little bit more circular. Like that. Little oval shape, I think. Yeah. Oval. Like that. Bring that around to there. And I think putting the benches over on this side would be a good call. I'm into that. I'm absolutely bastard into it, loves. So if I can grab one for the middle. I mean, it's not directly in the middle. And I've just noticed there's a little bit of green there. Not for me. If I can get you to there. Let's see where this fountain's going to be. Get another one and that point there. And then we'll do the same over on this point here. Like so. Oh, I'm for it, I tell you. I'm very much for that. Does need to be in a little bit more. Does it? And I think that's fine. Bushes and everything around here. With rows of plants in the front of them. I think that's what I want to do. So let's get some bushes in first, just to bring up the height here. I could even do a hedge, you know. Like a bit more of a rounded hedge like this one, but quite big. Oh, do you know what? I kind of like that idea. Let's see what it's going to look like. We'll do this live. If I can grab you to there. I'm wondering if it's a bit big, though. Like that. Do you know what I think it is? I think it needs to be this size. And what I'm going to do... Because this hedge is kind of bendy. It's almost like a poo shape, isn't it? A healthy poo on the Bristol chart. Not the Bristol chart. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Bristol chart. It's hilarious. If I can grab these all the way through. And if you are unsure what the Bristol chart is, I should have explained myself. It's poo shapes. And what is healthy and what is not. You're welcome. You are welcome. I bet there's definitely someone searching for the Bristol poo chart right now, and you feel called out because I've just mentioned it. Yeah, this looks nice. I like this. It adds privacy. It adds height. And we'll do the flowers in the front. I think that's a good way, actually. Can I do... Yes. No problem. Right, that one's a bit wrong. You need to be a little bit more straight there. You need to be there. And then we can bend these around to our will. Bendy poo, you know? You know. Let me see this. Oh, yes. Separates it off. Lovely. I'm very much into that. I think the shape of this path is going to change as I go through, especially when I start putting the flowers in, because I do want the flowers to be kind of separate and in different colours. I think elders would love that. I know I would, and I am an elder. Yeah, I think we can do that. Right, so I think the best thing to do, I'm going to separate off where we're going to be putting the flowers. We're going to do more bushes behind here, I think, or maybe even a tree. Yeah, I do want to add some trees on here. These are good spots for trees too. But what I do want to do is get the grid on. Or do I want to do that? I was just thinking, do I want this fence going around it? I'll try and match in the shape of the path as best as possible. Because I do want the path to be kind of like organically shaped. I could just bring that all the way to there. That's fine. Yeah, I can cut all the way down there. That's fine too. And I can bring you... Yeah, we can do that. All the way down to there. Beautiful. Okay. And then I want to mirror this on the other side. So we went along 3 there. And then we started going up, didn't we? 1. 2. And then I bring that all the way to there. Bend that one down. And you're just going to have to connect in there. Like that. Yeah. It's a bit more parky, a bit more plaza-y. But I like it. I think this is going to work. Let's fill in those gaps then and get rid of the bits that we don't need. So I can do you all the way around to there. And you. Get these corners done. Let's get this grid off. All the way through. Oh, she's stunning. All the way through here. Same down here. And then getting rid of the bits that we don't want. All the way through there. Lovely job. Same with you. And around here. Anything here? Oh, yeah, just that little bit there, look. Yeah, I think this is going to make sense in a second, especially when we get the flowers out. So, I think this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have one area of flowers here. One area of flowers there. I think I'm going to wrap you to there and just bring you in there and have one area as a flower there. Trees and bushes behind this. I think this could work. Same here. It's going to be smaller, but that one down to there. And then this can be an area of flowers here. Beautiful. I don't know necessarily if I want to take it right back into the hedge. Yeah, we should. That's fine. And I think I'm going to do one more here. Like this. And they're just all going to be the same flower. I like that. So let me grab that. Let me grab each of the flowers and we'll just plonk them around together. And I'm literally going to fill the space up with them. Right. Just so they look really planted, I'm going to use the alliums. Is that what they're called? Allium giganteum. We're going to use these in different colours in each of them. I was going to do completely different flowers on each one, but I kind of want to make it look neat. Virgo, do excuse me. The front areas here are going to be lavender. I think lavender bushes would look really great here. Sensory smell, that kind of vibe. But I'm going to mix in a bit of this pink flower in with it. That's what I want to do. So let's make a start on this first. See how this is going to look. I wouldn't mind getting some more lavender out, actually. Just because I know we've got some smaller ones here. And also the base game ones. Yeah, let's bring all of them out. Let's get the bushes in first. So I'm going to do a big bush back here. A big bush back here. A tree in the middle. I don't know what tree I'm going to use. Maybe another willow. That could look really cute here. Actually, let's go for this umbrella tree. I think this one at this point would look good. No, I don't really like the colour of that. Oh, that one's a bit better. Yes, let's use this one. I'm going to wrap it in right in the middle there. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Bring the bushes along here and just size them down under the tree. And then bring the low level ones coming through like this. And I'm going to leave a spot on either side for some nice red rose bushes. I think that's how I want to go about it. If I can grab you and you to there. You are creeping into there. You need to get out of the way. I'm going to put some nice planters around, I think. And let's bring in some red rose bushes. Maybe I could just size it up, you know. Yeah, do you know what? You can, look. Oh, I love it. I'm going to do a little point on the top, though. Like this. Yeah, just so it puts a bit of height there, you know. Around about there. Oh, I tell you what. I'm into that. Yeah, I'm vibing with that. Okay. So, I want to do some lavender. I'm just literally going to fill this space, I think. Let's see what the base game ones would look like. Oh, no, they look great. Let's turn them around just to make it look a little bit more au naturel. Just fill in the other points like this. Yes, that's the vibe. It's the absolute bastard vibe. It really is. I'm saying bastard a lot today, aren't I? How dare I? Right, you into there. Stunning. And where's the little ones? There we are. And if I can grab you and put you up there. Right, and then I did want to use these, but I think I'm just going to skirt them around. Yeah, that looks cute. And just put them at levels where you can kind of see them. And it is literally just on these front parts here, really. And I think that blends really nicely with the lavender. We'll put a little bit back there as well. Oh, that looks adorable. With some lighting in there. Astonishing. Yes, let's put the lighting in there now. We may as well. We'll use the same one. I'm going to do one there. One there. One there. These would probably be closer, but that's fine. Closer together. That's fine. I might even put some in by the fountain. Do these fountains light up? No, I don't think they do, but having those two lights in there, I think works. Lovely. Right, this is where I want formation. I don't want them this big, I want them this big. But I'm going to do rows of these. Well, not necessarily rows, but... yeah, just like this. I think would look great. The gardeners got their work cut out for them when they come here. They really do. But, you know, they're getting paid. They really are. Oh, I'm on to the next colour, but this is very dull to be placing things like this. I hate doing it. I really do. Any kind of repetitive flower placement, I just don't vibe with it. I really don't. But I think it's kind of effective. Once I've got the terrain paint underneath of it, I think it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Very much planted plants in formation. And that is the vibe. I keep needing to uncross my legs because I keep sitting gay wrong. And it's not good for posture. It's really not. Get your head back on your rest as well, you absolute fucking prawn. Right, if I can grab you to there, flop you around to that point, you can go in there, and I think we could probably add one more into there like that. Let me see this. Yes, that's what I wanted. That is indeed what I wanted. And what I'm going to do is use the terrain paint, the really dark, this one here, just so it looks like it's kind of mixed with manure and everything, you know, to keep these flowers fresh. Very fresh. Probably be better off with a circle, to be honest. Let's get you all the way around. All the way to there, and then I'll go in with a smaller brush, sorry. Once we're there, let's grab you all the way to there then. Stunning bit of work. All the way back here. Beautiful job. And we could just do that whole area like that. Let me see this. Yes. Oh, that's indeed what I wanted. And then using this smaller one just to come in on this edge here. Beautiful. Bring you right down to there. That is the absolute vibe, I must say. Okay, right. And then underneath of this hedge, I'm going to use the soil that we're using everywhere, really. Let's just go underneath of it in circular motions. It really gives the natural vibe that I always like. It does. If it needs perfecting, I'll do that. Just in areas like this, like where the gravel kind of like hits it. I want that soil underneath. Thank you. Round to this area. I'm even going to do that, but no, I'm not. I'm going to fill that in with the gravel. Bring that all the way around to there. And same there. Stunning. It really is the vibe. Let's bring that gravel just back a bit like that. Oh, yes. Just a lovely little area for them to walk around. That's indeed what I wanted. More lighting. So let's do one there and let's do two at these points. And we'll do one there and we'll do two here. There we go. Beautiful. Yes, this is what I wanted. Definitely. Not really feeling this planter. Let's see what I can find for planters because I do want to put some more along. Let's just grab you in there and just get rid of that green because that was not the vibe. Okay, planters. So there's kind of this cohesive moment. I'm going to use the ones that we've used from out the front of the build itself. So I'm going to put a couple along here. Oh, that's nice. I think that is actually all it needs, to be honest. Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, lovely. So to finish off this area, I'm just going to go around with this terrain paint just on the edges. Let's bring a bit more out though, just so it looks a bit more natural. Like this, all the way around. Same here. Clicking on down. And I want to get in 2 trees either side here. I'm going to use some trees that we've already used, so I might... Oh, do you know what? Oh, yeah, let's bring a bit of colour in. Ah, do you know what? And let's use that blossom tree. Yes. And pop this one on the other side. So if I can grab you to around about there. Let me see that. Lovely. And then you are kind of in the perfect spot, to be honest. That's nice. Yeah, I enjoyed that. And I do want a gameplay object around here. So I'm thinking maybe the bird feeder. I'm thinking OAPs, old age pensioners, if you didn't know. Elders. They love to feed some birds, don't they? So let's bring the bird feeder into play. And I think maybe just putting it here would be our best bet. And I'm going to do a decorative bird feeder or bird house. Just plonked in a few places. I'm going to use a few of them. One there. Let's plonk one back here as well. Just so it looks like they live around in these parts. And let's do another one in there like that. Yes, that's cute. I'm going to pull you back into the bush there. Oh, I'm for it. Yes, maybe we should get some butterflies in here. That could be cute, couldn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Let's add some butterflies in. I'm going to plonk you there. Let's do 2 in here. I don't know how big these areas of effect are. Let's do a yellow one there. The owl one there. I just want lots of life around here that they can come and have a nose at, you know? Okay, cute. I like that area. I'm kind of happy with it. Right, just to finish off underneath this tree, I'm not going to do too much around here at all. I just want some bushage just around here. I'm going to use a mixture of this one and maybe that low-level plant that we've used in the flower bush, the flower areas. And just wrap a bit of that around. Let's come out quite far just so I can kind of see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Yeah, just very simple. A little bit natural there. I'm going to do the same underneath of these as well. Just a couple of these. Maybe even just one there. Bring a bit of that terrain paint over here and put more underneath it there too. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. Happy. Okay. Well, let's move on to the greenhouse then, shall we? I'm thinking a brown greenhouse. I think I'm going to use this and use the windows that we've got from the greenhouse kit itself. I don't know how well they'll fit in, but let's try. Yeah, not very well at all. As I'm doing it, I don't like it. I think we should stick with white. I want this to look conservatory-ish. That's the words that we're going for today. Yeah, that's better. Gone for the wallpaper from Adventure Awaits with the kind of lattice wall windows from the greenhouse kit pack. Yeah, I'm vibing with that. Okay, stunning. Yeah, much better. And I think I'm going to do the bevel trim on it like that. Let me see you. Yes, she's the vibe. She's the moment. Did I even put a gate on this? I didn't think I did. I think what I'm going to do is just open it up like that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to use the same flooring as outside in there. So it kind of looked like it's just been built on the path itself. Okay, stunning. Right, so this area here is where we're going to be doing all of our growing. And I just literally want planters. But what I might do is bring out the self-watering ones. Yeah, these ones. We've got some oldies here, you know. We don't want them to be worked to death into an early grave. So I think maybe 8 of them would be the perfect amount. With that being said then, I'm going to bring them into the middle a bit more. In fact, maybe 12. We'll go for 12. One more there. There and there. Yes. And then we can add you in there. I think we can work with that. Yeah, lovely. Because that's the case, I'm going to make this smaller. I'm going to have the gap of it there. Bring you to... In fact, no, I'm going to start it from there. And then get rid of that fence there. Yeah, I prefer that. That's a much better size, I think. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I'm into that. I'm going to get rid of 2 of the planters, just so I've got enough space to maybe put in a little flower arranging table, because I think that'd be quite adorable for them. Yes, indeed. Yes, and once there's plants and stuff in here, I think it will just bring enough greenery to this area without having to add any more in. Vibing. Vibing with that. So we need that flower arranging table, because again, I think that would be a lovely activity for the elders to get along with, you know? So I'm going to pop it up at this end. I think I'm going to go for just the normal brown one. In fact, I'm going to do 2. Why not? You know? Lots of you knows today, but you know, I think, yeah. And that can kind of act as like a potting station as well without having to add any more in. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let me just laden down all of this with seeds and then we'll get into the greenhouse and start making the greenhouse look nice. I still think there should be some areas for them to sit down here as well. So I will get that out too. Okay, I've planted a few bits and bobs here and there. I did miss this one here for some reason. There we go. This is going to be autumn in my game, so I don't think a lot of that is going to grow, but they will in the summer, and that's all that matters, isn't it? I wanted a wooden bench in here. It'd probably be better to just use the generic looking one and add a few of these in. If I can do like one there, one at this end, and I think 2, or maybe 1 more here actually. I think that would work out quite nicely. Lovely. Now I'm thinking comfort for these oldies. I don't want them kneeling on the patio, you know? So I might use those anti-slip kind of like rugs that came with Dine Out. And I think I'm going to put these like either side like this, just to make it look like they've got something to kneel on. I think that could work. We're doing it. Yes. And then it's not going to be hard on their aging knees, is it? I think it's a good idea. And because it's those kind of like rubber anti-slip ones, It's not going to get weathered, is it? No. The answer to that is no. No, it's not. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Once that's all bloomed, I think it would look good. What we do need to add, though, is a couple of hoses. I think what I'm going to do... Oh, does that... I thought that clipped the fence there. Oh, it does. Oh, well, I didn't know that. I'm going to size it down, though. I'm going to do one there, one at this side, and one over in this area here, like that. So they've got lots of areas. Even though this is all self-watering, it is, I still think having some hoses around would just help out with a bit of realism. Okay, it's not attractive, but I think it will work quite nicely here. And that's all that matters. I am going to do another one of those planters. Maybe just around here on this corner. Yeah, lovely. Okay, into this. And this is where I'm going to leave it for today because I've done quite a bit. And my brain has gone to mush today. It really has. So maybe we could use the white ones. I think we're just going to go down each side with these until it gets to there, because I would like to do some more seating in here. In fact, what I'm going to do is drag all of this down and leave a 2 gap like there for more seating. Got to think about these elders. They need their rest, you know? Might be a bit of a struggle getting a seat there even, so I might even get rid of those 2. Let's just go for 2 groups of 3. 4. 4 groups of 3. So if I can do 1, 2, 3 like that. 1, 2, 3 like that. Oh, yes. Yes, I like that. And I might even put some plants in the middle here. And I'm thinking about bringing a nice stone bench into here. That looks nice. And I'll pop one on the other side. And can I fit 2 here? I think we probably could, you know. If they want to come and get warm in the greenhouse and just have a nice seat, then they've got the option to. Yeah, I like that. And I'm still going to add some details in there, lighting and everything, but I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Yeah, I am. And we're just going to make a little start on this. This is where I want my little picnic area. So I think adding the trees like in this kind of orientation, bringing that red one and putting it like there, and having a lovely little picnic area with a few picnic benches, I think would be lovely. I really do. So the picnic benches are going to need to look comfy, so they're going to need to have some kind of cushioned seat for piles, you know? So maybe, do you know what? This one here does kind of fit in. Is there a darker version that is, but it's got blue on it? Oh, do you know what? I'm going to go for that. And I'm going to do 4 picnic benches. I'm going to do 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and another one there like that. Is that equal? It is. I'm having reservations here because I think we could add another activity in. Maybe like archery. It's a very fancy old age pensioners home, retirement home. So I think having some archery in here could be quite cute to see all of these elders doing it. Do you know what I mean? You probably don't, but I do, and that's all that matters. I want to change the colour of that, thank you, for the darker one. Right, okay, but what we need to do is move the picnic area away from said archery. So I'm going to drag these tables all the way over to here. Let's bring you into that place. Sorry if it just sounds like I've eaten. It's because I have. I've just stuffed my face with hummus. And I didn't need to tell you that, but I'm here like, you know, like when after you eat, you make those weird noises. Anybody? Just me then? Okay. Just me. Just me on that one. But yeah, I think I want to do this. Am I going to do maybe 3 of them? It's another activity, you know? And I think it will work. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. I like where we're going. I might even need to just drag these tables over a little bit more, just in case some of the elders' aims aren't all that good. And one of them hits Derek over here in the back of the neck while he's eating his flan. And we don't want that. We really don't. Okay, we've got other things mapped here now. I'm not finished with this by any means, but this is where I'm going to leave it today. Next time, we're going to be getting onto this area. We're going to be finishing this up, getting more details here. I want some flowers and stuff around here. And I want a nice striped lawn. I think that would look really good here. And then we're going to start heading over around to this way, doing the pond area. And also, I think we'll probably make a start on the gym after I finish with the decking area here. So I think we'll carry on with this bit first before we move on to this bit. But we've got a little bit done today. I'm happy with the progress of this, and I think the garden looks really nice. So that is all that matters, isn't it, really? Anyway, thank you so much for watching today, my darlings. I'm going to be back tomorrow with that Gravekeeper's Cottage build in The Sims 4. So that's what we're doing. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me some lovely comments, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.